What's good, people? You know, I'm about to make another video. My bad. Probably posted in a couple of days. Had some stuff going on. More like 2 days, but alright, we're gonna react to this video. The best way to make $1 million with Graham, and this the best way to how to make your first $1 million.
A lot easier than trying to do it in 5 years. One of my most viral clips on social media, I was talking to a kid. He called into the Ramsey show. He's 19. He said, "Hey, how do I turn $100,000 into $1 million by the time I'm 26 or 25?" I said, "Why are you trying to make 900 grand on your money in 5 or 6 years?" And he said, "I don't know. It's just a question." There was no real theory behind it, no real goal behind it. It was out of fear. He just
Well, I wouldn't say it's fair. Like nothing is wrong. Like we gotta stop making people feel bad for wanting the best to a nice luxury life. If you want to make a lot of money so you can live the extremely materialistic life, that's good. That's what you want in life. That's your life. It's your life. I don't think nothing is wrong with it. It's your life, and if you want the most materialistic things, okay, and do what's best for you in your life. Okay, just know the more you want, the bigger risk you gotta take.
I need money now while I'm young because I'm scared I'm going to end up like my parents or retire broke or do something I hate. So I think when it comes to that question, you've got to look at your motive behind it and the urgency behind it. And so for me, the way I actually did it, it took 9 years. I invested in my company 401k, 15%. I was debt free with an emergency fund. Beyond that, I got a reasonable house, small mortgage, paid it off aggressively.
Okay,
That
okay,
house.
okay. Now, y'all know I don't like that at all. Y'all know I don't like that at all. But when he says how to make your first million, I'm thinking liquid. He's talking about being worth $1 million. Yeah, if you buy a house, your house is worth 450. Yeah, you put money towards your 401k. Yeah, over 10 years, if the company is matching what you matching, yeah, you're probably gonna have like 150 to 200k in 10 years, maybe 400 if you have a good career, and plus your salary. So yeah, you'll be worth around $1 million. But would you have a million in your bank account? No. I like when he says how to make your first $1 million. I'm thinking he's talking about liquid, like in your bank account or could get access to. He's talking about worth, like being worth one. Being worth $1 million is not hard. All you need is a house and a retirement plan. That's it. The average house is like 450, 440, and if you get a retirement plan, and your retirement plan because you need 1 to 2 million to retire. You can live on less than that if you're not trying to live a middle class life. So let's say you have 500k. Let's say you have 700 to $1 million in your retirement plan. You're 55. You have 700 in your 401k, and maybe you have 100 or something in the S&P 500 or a Roth IRA, and then you also have a house. Yeah, you're gonna be worth $1 million, but are you rich? Mm, well, you're better than most people, but you're not. You're not. Let me go buy a Lamborghini rich. So the advice. So okay, okay. So most people want to live a luxurious life. Okay, and I have not heard one person who could give somebody the game to get there. I have heard people try to show people how to be financially stable, but I have not I did not hear one person, not Grant Cardone. I have not heard one person yet who actually show you how to be filthy rich. They just show you how to be financially stable. Like stuff like that they don't share. Stuff like that they don't share. Like I told you, people like Dave Ramsey, for example, right? It was a point in time where he was making 30 million a month from selling his courses about how to be debt free. So people are not trying to be worth. People want $1 million in their bank account that they could spend 100K and not have to worry about it. They want that type of money. They don't. Most people. Yeah, they want to be financially stable, but people want to live the dream. Let's just be honest here. So let me just play the video.
Appreciated in value, rolled that into the next house, kept investing 15%, and that's all I've done. And over time, the home value that's completely paid for, 100% equity, plus the investment accounts, that equaled $1 million. And that took 9 years. So the most effective way is investing 15% of your income and getting a house and paying it off. Those two things combined are all you need to have a net worth of $1 million. Now, if you're wanting a cash millionaire, meaning you have $1 million in cash, well, your savings rate is going to be more important than the return if you're trying to do it in a short amount of time. Because the chances are the market's not going to give you
Yo,
500%. The chances are you didn't get in Bitcoin 10 years ago and now
I'm
it's
gonna let him talk.
1000x.
I'm gonna let him
And
talk.
so I would say take as much of your income as you can, live on as little as you can, and throw the rest into the market, into an index fund outside of retirement, if that's your goal, to have it in the next 5 or 10 years. Because basic math says you save 100 grand a year in 10 years.
Okay, so he's saying this. He's saying the safest best way to get it, the highest chance of you get having it. That's the way he's saying. But like I was just saying earlier, everybody know what you want. Everybody want the same thing. We all want to be filthy rich, but they're not telling us how to do it. They're not telling. You know what he said? Put your money in the mutual fund. Put your money. The average salary is 40 to 50K. If you put your money in a mutual fund, it's gonna grow, but it's not gonna grow a lot. 10, 20 years, you probably will have a couple hundred grand, maybe a few million. You only gonna get a few million if they hit 12% every year consistently, and that's not gonna happen. So you're probably gonna have a couple hundred grand. You're probably gonna be like 60, 70, or 50 when it hit. So like all of this stuff, like I'm telling you, I have not heard one person yet tell people how to be filthy rich. I have never heard it yet. They all just try to make you be financially stable. They all want to be. That's they all give the same advice how to be financially stable. And all financially stable is you can pay your bills, you can have some left over. Nobody yet has shown us. Nobody yet has shown majority of people how to be filthy rich. And the ways that is common, the ways that you can do it, you need a lot of money for it, like real estate. To get a property that pay you 100K, it got at least it's gonna be worth at least $1.2 million. Well, who got $1.2 million? Exactly. So this is what I was talking about. People don't really explain how to make that type of money, and people are not trying to. People are not trying to just survive. People want to do more than survive. People want to live the best life that they possibly can. We're not gonna sugarcoat it here. You know why he came on the platform and asked you how can I turn 100 to a 900K. He not trying to be 60 years old, barely could get into a Lambo. And you gotta press the gas very slowly because if you press it too hard, he gonna have to take extra pill for a headache.
Of a million, even if you didn't invest it just in a checking account. And so if I can then invest that money, I might be able to put 500,000 in and it can grow to a million over a period of time. So the most effective way to me for the everyman is investing.
Yeah, but that's gonna take like 20 years. So if you start off young, that's possible. And you need a good salary too, because you can't just put $10 in there. I'll say you put like a couple hundred in every month, but then it's still gonna take a long time. It's still gonna take 10 to 15 years for that shit for that to grow.
into the market, into mutual funds and index funds. That's the better way to do it with your own income. I don't know of a cooler way.
OnlyFans.
That's one way. I don't know if you've seen what I got going on. Not cut out for it. I'm much more cut out to give financial advice on YouTube. How about you guys? Do you have any other strategies that you're gatekeeping?
Effective way would be, I mean, it's I don't want to say guaranteed, but it's a hard thing to fail when you're just saving up money and investing it into an index fund. So I would say that's probably the most effective way. Although that's not the way that I would tell my friends. The way I would tell my friends would just be continue to work on your skill set to earn more money.
Yeah.
Because, although, yeah, sure, you can end up making $1 million, the former way, it would end up taking a while. So I would just say, yeah, build up your skill set, try to earn a lot of money, and
Yeah, y'all know me, right? I tell you guys to do this, and I also tell you guys to do other things so you can get there faster. I'm not with this shit. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in this at all. I'm sorry. Yes, you should have an index. You should have a mutual fund. You should have an index fund. You should get S&P 500. I believe that. I believe that. Those are called safe assets. It's a guaranteed chance it's gonna go up. But you gotta also do other things to make extra money too. You know, you guys gotta do other things. You guys gotta sell something and make a profit off of it. And then just you gotta do something because that alone isn't enough over the long. Oh well, unless you want to wait a long time, like 10, 15 years, if you're okay with that. But I honestly don't believe that's too long. I'm sorry. The average person die at 75. I used to do insurance sales. I did an internship at Travelers, so yeah, I did an internship at Travelers. I did insurance sales. So my bad. Somebody came over to this house. Yeah, my bad. Yep, yep, yep. People are walking by. So yeah, so where I'm at, right? It's like a window, and I gotta get it covered up. But people be walking by it or driving by, and they just stare in. It was two pretty girls that walked by though. I forgot what I was even saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I was saying, yeah, you can get a mutual fund, you can get an index fund, but you should be doing more. Cause I like listen. I don't believe you should be 50, 60 living your life then. I believe you should get it earlier. Uh, I tell people all the time, join the industry for the money and invest into your passion. And unless your passion is a certain industry that you can't get into, but if you don't have no connections, it's gonna be a little harder for you. All right, all right, y'all.